guys, it's your boy King Donald back with another video. So today I'm gonna be doing what if Deku had Bionics. So yeah, I wanted to do this I wanted to do this one. You guys voted for it, so I'm not gonna spend much time, so let's get right into the video. So Azuku is born same as always. And Azuku at a young age his parents got divorced, and Inko was left with the baby, and Inko wanted the father to never come back again because let's just say he cheated on her. So Izuku's mom was kind of devastated, but one day she was coming back from work, going to fetch Izuku at the daycare, and she ran into this man. This man seemed to be holding some blueprints or something like that, and they bump into each other and he drops it and it's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." It's like, "No, it was my fault." And then he looks up and he sees that Inko's actually pretty beautiful, and he's like, "Oh, no, it's fine." And so my name's Donald Davenport. What's yours? He's like, "Oh, Inko Midoriya." And they start talking, and I'm gonna skip forward. They start dating for about 2 years, and then one day, Mr. Davenport popped out the big question: "Will you marry me?" And of course, she says yes. And Izuku, yeah, Izuku. This is Uzuku thinks this is his biological dad, but yeah, he basically is his dad because the other dad wasn't in his life at all. So yeah, the reason why Mr. Davenport was in Japan is because he was trying to transport his business. No, trying to expand his business and trying to get his industries in Japan. That's why. And somehow this whole time he didn't tell her that he was a billionaire. And then he finally, after they married, he's like, "Oh, I didn't want to tell you this, but before they got married, like, yeah, before they got married, he's like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you this, but I'm actually a billionaire." She's like, "What? You're a billionaire?" And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know if you actually heard me, but I doubt it, but I'm Donald Davenport, the Donald Davenport that's the the founder and CEO, whatever, of Davenport Industries. We are advanced technology industry, you could say." And she's just like, "What? Oh, Donald, why didn't you tell me this before?" He's like, it didn't come cross my mind. It's just I never I before I met you, I didn't really pay attention to all this money and stuff. I was only focused on my research, but you helped me slow down and try and help me see what special I have. And she's like, "Oh, okay." And yeah, so that so they actually decide to move back to America so they can legalize some stuff. So after 3 years later in America, Zuko is now 5 years old, and he loves his dad, like, yeah, proper. He loves helping him in the lab and all that stuff. And just because of this, Izuku, he's a little more smarter. He's more book smart than strategic smart, I'll say. So yeah. So one day, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Davenport is quirkless. Yeah, he's quirkless. So one day they go to the quirk doctor, and Deku discovers that he's quirkless, and he is really sad about this. And Mr. Davenport, he's really sad for Izuku too, because he knows how hard it is being quirkless in a world filled with powers, you know. So uh, they they decided to go back to Japan because Davenport was finally able to expand his company to Japan, and he's really happy about that. And and he also made a breakthrough. Only in a few months, Japan's um the Japan the wow, I can't even speak, you guys. The Japan department made a brilliant breakthrough, and Zuku and Davenport's like, oh wow, this is amazing. I finally cracked it. Bionics. So yeah, I'm not gonna try to explain Bionics to you guys. Okay. It's basically technology that's I would say try to replace like human parts. And honestly, that's the best way I can explain it to you guys. Well, let's say maybe you lose a limb, you would use bionics to get a freaking like how do I explain it? Engineered arm. That's how I'd say it. So yeah, that's how I'd explain it to you guys. So he perfected this technology, and it had exciting news. So he goes back straight back home, and he tells Izuku, "Hey, hey kid, I gotta tell you something." And Izuku's like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh, I forgot to ask. Sorry. How was your day at school, Izuku?" Izuku's like, "Oh, weren't you supposed?" He's like, "No, I was supposed to ask you before. So how was it at school?" And Zuko's like, "Well, it was good. I made some friends. I didn't tell them I was quirkless because I couldn't stand it, and they were starting to make. I could see they were gonna make fun of me if I was quirkless. So I just told them haven't manifested yet, but they're gonna find out soon later." And Davenport's like, it maybe not Izuku. And Izuku's like, wait, what do you mean? And Davenport's like, come with me. So then they go to his lab, and he starts explaining. So Izuku, I don't know if you know, but remember the research I was doing in the lab back at home in America? He's like, yeah, the bionics, right? He's like, yes. In the Japan industry, the Japan department was able to make a tremendous breakthrough, and it took it to another level. And Izuku's like, what do you mean? Son, I'm talking about giving quirkless people powers. He's like, wait, what? Yes, we made a breakthrough. These things called bionics, it could change the whole industry combined. Let's say, Zuko, since you're quirkless, I could give you powers. I could give you super strength. I could give you heat vision. I could give you super speed. It and now imagine these with quirks. It would change the game, Zuko. And Zuko's like, so that's mean I can be like All Might? He's like, yeah, you can be like All Might. And it's like, oh, snap. This is, and he gets excited, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can get to be all, I can be like I can be strong like All Might and be as smart as you now. This is so great. And he's like, wait, as strong as me? He's like, yeah, I mean, as smart as me? He's like, yeah. Well, I'm starting to think that if I didn't, if when if Like, since I don't have a quirk, I was gonna study hard and, you know, become smart like you. And but now that you said you can give me powers, I I want to be as strong as All Might and as smart as you. It's yeah. And that was like, wow, that's my son. I'm gonna tell your mother all about this. Come on, Izuku. And yeah, they go and tell Inko, and Inko's like, "Ah, are you sure this is safe, Donald?" He's like, "I guarantee it. We tested it out on different animals, and it completely worked." It's like, "Well, Izuku is not he's my son. He's a human." He's like, "Inko, you gotta trust me, okay? You trust me, right?" She's like, "Yeah, I do. So it will work. I'm telling you. We've been going over this for so many years and months, and the Japan department cracked the code. We just needed that one component, and they done it. I think this will really work." She's like, he's my only son." It's like, "Inko, trust me. He's my son too. Even though I'm not his real dad, I still love him as my own." Just saying, Izuku didn't hear that. Just yeah. Even though he's not my biological son, I love him like he is my real son. No, in fact, he is my real son. He's my son. That's it. She's like, "Okay, fine. If you promise me that this won't hurt him at all." And he's like, "I guarantee it won't hurt him. I know, Inko, you know me. You know I'll never try to hurt Izuku." And she's like, "Okay, fine." So that's when they go to the lab, and Izuku is excited to get his powers. He has his Yes. So, Dad, what am my powers gonna get? I'm gonna have super strength, super speed, flight. Ooh, I'm so excited. And he's like, "Calm down, Izuku. How do I say this? Your powers, I'll give your powers in three different states." He's like, "What?" So basically, think of this. The three different states are Chase, Adam, and Bree. So Chase powers are, well, you'll see. Because I'll say Chase powers is the easiest sets of powers that you can get. And Adam powers are the hardest powers you can get. But Breeze, once you master the two, you'll get that straight away. So, but you'll start off with Chase's powers. So, yes. And Izuku, "So, what are the powers?" Well, you'll see. So that's when they give Izuku like the freaking beep, and Izuku has his powers. Like, whoa! He's like, "Alright, Izuku, since you have the powers, here's the list of all of them: super intelligence, force field, telekinesis, and etc." Those are the main, well, I would say the main powers that you're gonna get. And it looks like, "Well, I have plenty of powers," and he starts listing them all because he's super intelligent now. I'm not gonna list them all because honestly, I don't know how to say them and I'll butcher them, and I can't even remember them. Well, one thing I do remember, he does have a staff, so yeah. I'm wondering, do you guys think that Izuku with all the powers of Annbury and Chase, would he be strong as all one for all? That's what I'm thinking. Hmm. Oh, oh well. So then Davenport tells Izuku to not tell anyone until the right time. Well, you can tell them that you only have one quirk. Tell them that you only have one quirk. Choose wisely. And until the right time, then you can announce to the world that you are actually the first bionic human. Uh, so no hero human. I know. First bionic hero, and you announce to the world that you're quirkless, and being quirkless is not the end. And yeah, all that stuff. So then Izuku goes to school all excited, and Baku goes there. So, so Izuku, did you get your quirk finally? Cause if you don't, I think we're gonna have a problem. And Izuku's like, why would there be a problem? No, Box, I'm just kidding. So, did you actually get it or not? He's like, yeah, I actually did. I got telekinesis. And it's like, telekinesis? Oh, so like your mom. But your mom can only do small stuff, so that kind of sucks. Izuku's like, well, my mom can do small stuff, but I can do more than that. And he does puts his finger on his head and lifts off his arm, and Bakugo starts to levitate, and Bakugo's like, whoa, Izuku, what are you doing? And Izuku's like, my telekinesis is not is not that weak. Mine is more powerful. And Baku's like, whoa, alright then. Honestly, Izuku, I thought you were lying. I thought you were quirkless, like your dad. Well, it wouldn't really matter. Well, anyways, yeah, it wouldn't matter because Izuku, haven't done the thing like to help Bakugo and make him feel helpless. So he doesn't really care. He's just gonna be like, "You're quirkless, okay? Just don't be a hero so you don't get yourself killed." So, anyways, yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So it's a time skip, and during that time, Izuku has done plenty of training. He is training non-stop with his dad. His dad's giving him dur- like endurance exercises, solve these math questions in 2.5 seconds. He's not doesn't have super speed, but yeah, she's doing that, and he unlocked most of his abilities. Okay, I wouldn't say most. Okay, he unlocked most of them. He unlocked the electric bow staff, force field, and he is brilliant. I'm saying brilliant. He's co-working with his dad now. Basically, he's helping with his dad with everything. And yeah, he's a good hacker. I don't know if I said that. And he unlocked most of the abilities of Chase. Not all of them. There's one I actually searched out that's pretty cool, but I want to save for later. So yeah. So Izuku's kind of getting bored of these powers. He's like, Dad, you said there was 3 stages, and I'm only on the chase stage. And in this stage, I have super intelligence, and I can do all this stuff. So I think I'm ready to go on to the Adam stage of the Bionics. And his dad's like, I think you are, Izuku. You have demonstrated that you have worked very hard during this phase. This phase has been long. It's been like about 6 years or something. No, not even six. I can't even do math. 6 plus 6 is 2 minus 1. That's freaking maths, Andre. It's been about, I guess, 9 years. Don't take my words for it. Not 9 years. So And Zook's like, yes, I know. I've been asking every day when I can go into new version. He's like, well, you're in luck. These other ones are gonna be, how do I say it? They're gonna be harder, but faster. That's why I say it's gonna be a high wall to climb over. Well, this one is uh I don't know what I'm trying to say, honestly, you guys. But what I'm trying to say is that now the power she's gonna get, it's gonna be harder to control, but the benefit's gonna be high. So yeah. So in class, Bakugo does his same speech as usual because he's still Bakugo, even though he's friends with Izuku. He still wants to prove himself because Izuku showed him he's more capable, and he with his intelligence and his telekinesis really does help him in different situations. And Bakugo sees Izuku as a rival and a friend. So yeah. So when Bakugo says, I'm gonna get into UA and he points at Izuku's like, oh, the only person I think that's gonna be get into UA is him and me. No, Izuku and I. That's it. And everyone's just like, okay, whatever, Kachan, and all that stuff. Then I sit down. So then after class, Bakugo asks Suzuku, you wanna maybe go down to get some burger or something? He's like, nah, I think I gotta go home. He's like, yeah, I might as well come with you. So yeah, so this time Bakugo goes down the alleyway with him. So they're going down and they're discussing stuff, and he's like, so what's your training regimen? He's like, yeah, I've been training with my dad recently with my quirk, and it's been really the freaking sludge monster comes. He's like, give me your body, kid. Buck's like, not gonna happen. But he's like, all right then, I'll just take it. And he takes Bakugo. Buck's like, oh, and he's doing explosions. And Izuku's like, this thing, and he just freaking uses telekinesis, pulls Bakugo out there, and he traps the sludge field in a force field, and he like compacts it into this small ball, and he picks it up. It's like, what a mess. And then Bakugo's like, Izuku, what was that? And Izuku's like, oh crap. Uh oh, what was that? Bug's like, don't try to patronize me. No, I saw you. You had another quirk. It was this force field. What the heck? What the heck? No, it's impossible to have people have more than two quirks. No, 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 no. And then it's like, well, I actually don't have a quirk. Bug's like, huh? And that's when All Might comes. Boom! No need to fear because I taking care of it. And Zuko's like, oh my gosh, it's All Might! It's All Might! It's the All Might! And Baku's like, oh, it's All Might. And he's like, thanks, Sarah. Thanks, you kids. So where's the sludge bin? Zuko's like, oh, that villain. Oh, I was easily able to get him. Here's the ball. He's like, wait, you able to defeat him by yourself? He's like, yeah. He's like, huh, very impressive. And he looks like, oh, would you sign my book? He's like, yeah, sure. So, um, kid, I gotta go. So, and Buck's like, um, All Might. Hey, All Might, I got a question for you. It's like, yeah, what is it? What does it take to be the number one hero and to surpass you? And All Might's like, huh, quite a question. It's easy. All you gotta do is work hard. And don't think of being a hero is to surpass me. To be a hero, it's just to save people. And well, I love saving people, and I guess because of my love for saving people, people notice that and they start to like me. So I won't don't think about the fame or the money, kid. Just just think of being a hero, saving people. Forget all about that stuff, and if you focus on that, you're gonna go far in the hero business. I'm telling you, kid. And he's like, all right, thanks for the advice, All Might. Keep up the good work. Yeah, Bakugo said that. What? Bakugo's like, and and All Might jumps away, and then Bakugo's like, we actually met All Might, right, Izuku? Izuku, Izuku, and it cutscenes to Izuku on All Might's leg, and he's like, "Would you please stop?" And All Might's like, "What?" And that happens, and he's like, "Why would you do that?" And Izuku's like, "I just need to ask you a question." He's like, "What?" Then poof, turns into Small Might, and he's like, "What?" And he freaks out again. He's like, "Oh my gosh, All Might, oh, you're not All Might." He's like, "Wait, what?" And he does a scan, and oh, it's All Might. Yeah, it it matches. It's you're All Might. It's like, yeah, and he explains what happened. That he got in a big fight without the specifics. Got in a big fight and all that stuff. So, so yeah. Then All Might asks, "So, what was your question you wanted to ask?" He's like, "Oh right, I wanted to ask, do you think I could be a hero without a quirk?" And All Might's like, "Wait, didn't you have didn't don't you have a quirk already?" It's like, well, can you just answer the question? He's like, "All right then. Do I think people without a quirk can be a hero?" No, I don't think you can be a hero without a quirk. And it looks like, that's where you're wrong, Mr. Might. And he's like, "What do you mean? Being a hero without a quirk, it's a dangerous job. There's plenty of villains out there that are far capable of destroying cities if they wanted to." And Suku's like, "Well, I think quirkless people can because I am quirkless." He's like, "Wait, what?" So then, who defeated that villain? He's like, "I did." It's like, "But you said you're quirkless." Yes, I am quirkless, but I have this sweet thing called Bionics. And All Might's like, "Bionics? What about it?" He's like, and he starts to explain that I'm not gonna, I don't know, like I said, I don't know. And he's like, and he gave me powers. And All Might's like, "Interesting. So you're telling me that you're quirkless, but you still have like the same capabilities that someone with a quirk would have?" Huh. This is some tremendous work that your thought that Donald discovered. I knew he was hiding something. And he's like, "Wait, how do you know my dad?" He's like, "Oh, you know the injury when I said I went to the best people in the world? I went to your dad too. He wasn't able. He was never able to fix me." And it looks like, well, yeah, that was my dad. That was my dad. Well, like 5 years ago or something. My dad's way smarter right now, and he has me too. I guarantee you that we could fix you right now." He's like, "Huh, kid, yeah, I don't want you to get my hopes up." I went to him and he said it's impossible, and then Izuku's like, "Well, you thought people being quirkless and people being a hero was no quirkless being if quirkless people being a hero was impossible. But look at me, I'm a prognath. Well, it's different. You're Zuko's just like, come on. My key component of my bionic is super intelligence. I can do this, I know. And he's like, alright then, I'll agree to the surgery. And Zuko's like, great. And you're and again he's like, wait, is that Bakugo's explosions? And you might be thinking, wait, but how was that the reason why? So when Izuku jumped on to Bakugo's leg, Bakugo like saw All Might in the air and he tried to follow him. He started sprinting as fast as he could, but he couldn't reach him. And then that's he stopped and he took a breath, and that's when he saw the sphere, and the sphere broke, and Buck was like, "Oh crap!" And the sledgeman took him. So yeah, they both go down there and they see it's Bakugo, and he's like, "Again? Wait, how?" No, it's because I was talking to you, but force field went down and almost like, I dropped it. And Zuko's like, can't you go and help him? He's like, well, my power's so don't you, can't you do it? Yeah, but and he starts freaking out. He's like, because it's way more dangerous now with the fire and everything. He's getting scared, and he's seeing his friend's face that he's suffocating. Before, he just done it so quick that he didn't do real damage. But now he's overthinking it. He's like in his head. And then he sees Baku's face like, help me! And then he snaps out. He's like, I stopped this munch before. I can do it again. And he starts running. And then he summons his laser bow, and he freaking does a front flip, and he stabs the when the sludgeman's eye, and the sludge and he's like trying to slice off you know the sludge. And I forgot to mention, Izuku has martial arts. He's been training, he knows this stuff. So yeah, he's slicing shit, and he does backflip, and it's like, and he uses his telekinesis again to take Bakugo out. And Izuku's like, you wanna help me with this, Bakugo? Bakugo's like, gladly. And Bakugo puts his fist together. It's like, this is what you get, and does this massive explosion. And the Sludgeman's hurt by this, and Zuko's like, and he does a force sphere again, and he's trying to compact it again. Like, and this time the ball's even smaller, probably the size of a marble. That's how small. And then everyone started to cheer. Yeah! Oh, who are those kids? And all that stuff. And yeah, this time they didn't get scolded, and they got surrounded by the heroes. Like, wow, no, that's amazing. You guys are brave. And the Rose Papu is like, wow, who are you guys? And Bulk's like, huh. And he says, Katsuki Bakugo, and I'm gonna be the future #1 hero. I'm gonna surpass All Might. And he says all that, and he walks away. And they're like, well, who are you? And he's like, and he thinks back, and he remembers his dad. Don't tell anyone about your bionics until the right time. Until then, keep it safe. You will know, and it's the right time for you to release it to the world. And Zuko thinks, and he gets back. He's like, my name is Izuku Midoriya. It's like, what? Well, yeah. So what's your quirk? You seem to have multiple quirks there. He's like, I don't have a quirk. Like, wait, what? I'm Izuku Midoriya, and I am quirkless. They're like, wait, how is that possible? It's like, I have a thing called Bionics. It's like, Bionics? Yes, I'm Bionic. I'm gonna be the first quirkless hero. These Bionics basically gives me powers, and I want to inspire everyone and every quirkless person that doesn't mean that you don't have quirk. Doesn't mean don't let it stop you. I was quirkless. My dad worked tirelessly and he cracked bionics, and I'm gonna be the first bionic hero. Until until then, watch out, villains. And everyone's just surprised, like, oh, okay, okay. So yeah, and then he walks away and he catches up to Bakugo, and they both talking. They're like, "Whoa, isn't it cool on the news?" And he's like, "I heard what you said. So you have bionics, huh? So you've been hiding all this power, huh? Why didn't you tell me?" It's like, I didn't have a choice. My dad said that I should announce it at the right time. It's like, are you sure that was the right time? It's like, yeah. I showed the power that bionics could do. And I told him that I was gonna be the first bionic hero. What bad? How bad could that be? He's like, I guess not. And I kept walking, but then they see, boom, I am here. He's like, oh my, what are you doing here? Box like twice in a row, huh? He's like, then he goes back into his small knight form. So then, yeah, All Might's like, I came here to congratulate you guys. He's like, congratulate us? It's like, yeah, you two were amazing out there, especially you, Zuko. Even though I was tapped out of energy, you, a child, stepped in, took control of it, and demonstrated your power, and you got Bakugo, your friend, safely out. That's some strategic smarts you got. He's like, well, that is one of my bionic features, but it's okay. What do you want? He's like, I wanted to offer you the power of one for all. It's like one for all. Yeah, Buck's like one for all, and he explains one for all. It's a quirk passed down to user to user, and every time you pass it down, it gets stronger. And he wants Izuku to be the next user. Zuko's like, I'm okay. Then he's like, you're okay? He's like, yeah. I told everyone that I was gonna be the first quirkless bionic hero, and I meant that. And I'm sorry, All Might, but I don't want one for all. He's like, oh, alright then, I understand. How about you, kid? I saw you out there too. You showed a lot of heart not letting that sludge didn't take you over. And even after that, you blew that sludge fin into pieces. It's like, after finding out that Zuku has this bionics, and he's even gonna get more, I gotta have advantage too, huh? Sometimes you're gonna need help to get stronger. He's like, I take that as a yes. Buck's like, are you ready to lose, Zuku? And Zuku's like, not a chance. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna answer today. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the first part of What If Deku had Bionics. I hope you guys like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I guess happy Halloween. Peace.